Later, Jungkook are still talking over what happened just now. He asks as we talk. I didn't say anything. I just look at the window, holding my arms tightly across my chest. Hey, how could you just let her be all over you, huh? I asked in display, my voice low and serious. Jungkook, she was just being nice. He said, try to laugh it off. I found it playful. So touching your hair and there is calling being nice. I asked again, my tone sharp. Jungkook chuckled softly. How could you just give your number to her? Then I was so frustrated, my eyes still fixed outside. Jungkook, I didn't give her my number before I could. He took the phone and gave Jimin's number to her. He said quickly, defending himself. Hey, still that doesn't change the fact that you wanted to give her your number. I started feeling my chest tighten. I turned my face more to the window, mumbling, if only I could just, I don't know, scare her away. How dare she flirt with my boyfriend in front of me? Jungkook Yogi, I looked at Tae and chuckled softly. He was so clearly upset by trying to act like he wasn't. I glanced at his hot lip and the way his cheeks puffy slightly. Jungkook, are you jealous? I asked, smiling. I didn't this, but why would I be jealous? I'm not jealous, he said quietly, but the way he looked away said something different. A small idea popped up into my head and I smirked slightly. I wanted to taste him a little. Jungkook, but Mrs. Sam is pretty, you know. She has a beautiful smile too, I said, casually keeping my eyes on the road. Yeah, you think so? He turned to me with wide eyes. Jungkook, yeah, I nodded, being a playful tone. He took in disbelief and gave me a cold glare. You know what, Jungkook? Stop the car, he said, suddenly serious. Jungkook, what here? I asked, confused. Now stop the car. I pulled over, still surprised. He turned fully towards me. If you think that same girl is so pretty, why don't you go and chase after her? Leave me here. He pouted, folding his arms, looking again before I couldn't help but laugh. Hey, why are you? He said louder this time, clearly jealousy. I smiled and locked my seat, but I leaned closer to him, watching his eyes grow wide. Why would I want to go to another girl when I already have a beautiful, good-looking, and very handsome boyfriend? I said, running my finger along his chest. Jungkook, she's pretty, but she's not you. I whispered, caressing his cheeks. His hand pressed gently against my chest. They softly. Jungkook, not here. I pulled back with a smile and started the car again. Few minutes later, we entered a quiet parking lot. I parked at the car corner where no one could see us. I turned to Tae. He looked at me with his eyes filled with something deeper than anger. Now, his seatbelt quickly. He grabbed my collar and pulled me into a it was full of feeling. I held his neck and back, matching his fire. We fighting for control. When we finally pulled away, we both breathed hard. Jungkook, I am yours, and I will always be yours. I whispered, looking into his eyes. They then show me that you are mine. He whispered back, his finger playing with my collar. I smirked. Jungkook, let's get in the back. Later, Jungkook Tae, he breathed out softly. I had calmed down, gently rubbing his waist. Clothes were all over on the car. The windows were foggy. He looked down at me and smiled, pushing my wet hair back and crushing my cheeks. He didn't lean and me soft back, slowly full of emotion. I pulled away and gently grabbed his chin, picking again. Jungkook, you are so beautiful, I whispered, admiring him. He only wore his dress shirt. which was open from top to bottom. As he sat down, she delicate his warm skin. I couldn't see the soft mark I left behind her smile and his hand. I love you so much. He touched my cheeks again, his eyes filled with love. He leaned on me once more. We didn't say anything. We just stayed there in each other in a quiet car, feeling like the world outside had disappeared. Next to the Tehangyobi, I looked at my laptop, typing slowly as I smiled to myself. My heart felt like my heart feel light. I felt happy. Jimin, I like seeing you like this. I looked up from my laptop, tattled my head. Like what? Jimin, happy. I chuckled softly, blinking at his hot tones. Really, Jimin, yes. Ever since you and Jungkook got together, I've been seeing you smile more often. I like this better than the one before. I looked down, slowly hiding my phone behind my hand. Maybe because I'm actually happy now. Jimin, you deserve to be. You wanted so long for him, and now he is yours. Noticed slowly butterfly flirting in my stomach. Then Jimin leaned in front with a smile. Jimin, are you ready for tonight lunch? I immediately shook my head, biting my nervously. I'm nervous. What if something goes wrong? Jimin, listen to me. You've been working hard. The lunch is going to be amazing. Just believe in yourself, okay? Before I could respond, we heard a knock on the door. It opened slowly, and there stood Jungkook looking as handsome as ever. Jungkook, here are you supposed to be going home and getting ready for tonight evening? I smiled as soon as I saw him, forgetting my worry for a moment. Oh, and Jimin Hobby told me to tell you that he should be waiting for you in the car. Jimin, right, I almost forget. We'll leave you to Labat's now. See you later tonight. He quickly grabbed his things and left, leaving me alone with Jungkook. I followed my arm and turned my face away from him, pretending to pout. Jungkook, why are you pouting? He walked towards me with a teasing smile. Didn't say you should come and give me every 1 hours. Jungle, we are in office, baby. If I keep visiting your office every hour, people will start and guessing things. He leaned closer, pressing on my neck, making me sign and delete them. Then why don't we go home? You can me as much as you want there. I crushed his cheeks, looking at him with pleading eyes. Jungle, I want to believe me, but we haven't even tonight. Remember, my suit is at my house, and I promised Mom I'd see her before leaving. I started resting my head against his chest. Can I at least send you home then? He smiled and put gently on my leg. Jungkook, yes, you can think. Let's go then. I quickly grabbed my bag and we both walked out of the office together. Later, Jungkook stood in front of the mirror, fixing my hair carefully. I took a deep breath and smiled to myself as I straightened my blazer. Jungkook, thinking tonight is important, but more than that, dinner will be there, and that make everything better. Suddenly, I heard footsteps and turned around. My mom walked in, her eyes wide as she looked at me. Jungkook, yes, Mom, Jungkook, are you about to leave? She gasped and covered her mouth. Mom, look at my handsome boy. I chuckled softly, walking towards her. Jungkook, Mom, you're being too dramatic. She took my hand in her eyes filled with Mom, I'm just happy seeing you and Taehoon together. Seeing you smile like this means everything to me. I smiled gently in his hand. Young mom, if you keep telling like this, you are going to make me cry. She giggled, wiping under her eyes when thought she was not crying yet. I looked at the clock and realized I should leave soon. Jungkook, I should get going now. I'll see you later, okay? I kissed her forehead and grabbed my blazer. Mom, ride carefully. Your bike just got fixed. Jungkook, well, don't worry. I smiled again. I took my helmet and key. Walking outside, I paused for a moment, feeling the cold breeze against my skin. I got my bike, my helmet, and started the engine. My heart beat faster, not just because of the wind, but because I know nothing would be waiting for me there. Then POV is everything checked? I asked English and Jimin. He nodded with a smile. Everything is all set to go. He answered, making me nod as I looked down at my watch. Is he not here yet? I thought to myself, feeling a little anxious. I then looked into the mirror, adjusting my necklace. I took a deep breath and then my pleasure. Taehoon is wearing a silk black suit. His hair started carefully. You look stunned. I turned around to see Young standing there. I said, folding my arms. I thought you said you were not coming. I said, my voice spoke. Well, I had to come. It's your event after all. He replied with a smile. I rolled my eyes and walked past him. Jungkook POV entered the event room and immediately stopped Hobie and Hani. I walked towards them, smiling. Hey guys, I said, making them turn around. Their eyes widened. Wow, you look at you all handsome, said Honey with a playful tone, making me chuckle. Looking good, bro, said Hobby, patting my back. Are you excited? Your first ever project is finally launched, Honey said exactly. I nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and nervous. I am a little nervous too, I admitted it. Don't be. You all do amazing. She reassured me, squeezing my arms. Oh, there is. She suddenly said, running off over, and I shook her head, laughing. Jungkook turned at the sound of my name, and Safi and Mino walking towards us. Was smiling as the approaching few gave me a big hug, and Mino chuckled, congrats man on the launch. Mino said, patting my shoulders, I am so proud of you, handsome, saying, making everyone burst out laughing. Have you seen Thay? Mino asked. I shook my head. I haven't met him yet, I said, looking around. Oh, there he is, Effie suddenly said, pointing towards the other side of the room. I turned and saw him, my one and only love, standing in the distance. He looked breathing. Our eyes met, and he began walking towards me. I slid my hands into my pocket and walked towards him, Hobie and the other teasing us from behind. They sighed as he stood in front of me. You are late, he said, his voice shocked but with a hint of disappointment. I am here, Anna, am I? I replied to grin, forming on my lips as I stepped closer. You look so beautiful, I whispered only for him to hear. Don't, he said, his voice trembling slightly. What? I asked, puzzled. Don't make it hard for me. It's so hard for me to hold myself back from being in your arms. He admitted, making me smile warmly. Thay, it's a time, Jimin said, walking over. Thay nodded, but as he walked past me, his hand brushed mine stably. I turned and saw him wink at me. I shook my heart, feeling my heart flutter. Third-person POV. Welcome everyone to the launch of Crystal fourth project announced, and as the crowd in the cheer, Jungkook stood next to Taehyung, who turned to look at him with a small smile. Yoongi joined them with Jimin standing next to Taehyung on the other side. Yoongi smiled and nodded at Jungkook. So we will do a countdown to reveal the project, said his voice echo in the room. Jungkook heart raced. This was his first project along with a project that had brought him closer to Taehyung. It was the beginning of everything, his love for Taehyung and their journey together. 543. Jungkook smiled as his eyes glanced at Taehyung, who was standing next to him. Suddenly, Jungkook felt something brush against his hand. He looked down to see Taehyung's hand stubbornly touching his. Jungkook slowly interlocked their fingers, holding Taehyung's head tightly. Taehyung smiled slightly, his face lighting up in the dim room. They were lucky that the lights were low, so no one could see their smile, but meaningful connection. To one Sam shouted, and the screen behind them revolved. The poster from a new project, a result of both Jungkook and Taehyung's hard work. Confetti soared out into the air, and the crowd clapped and cheered ever louder. Jungkook and Taehyung turned to each other, their smile full of joy and accomplishment. The party continued as planned. Jungkook and Taehyung chatted happily with V and the rest of the team when Yoongi walked up to the stage. "Hello everyone," he said, catching everyone's attention. Taehyung looked at Jungkook before turning his gaze to Yoongi. "So since today is such a good day, I think it's a perfect time to do something we always wanted to do," Yoongi said, his eyes now fixed on Taehyung. Taehyung frowned, confused by Yoongi's sudden shift. "Can I please get Tae to come forward, please?" Yoongi asked, and Sam smiled as he walked over to grab Taehyung's hand. Taehyung looked at Jungkook, confused, but was gently pulled to the center of the room. Jungkook stood still, puzzled about what was happening. Taehyung found independent as Yoongi slowly walked down the stage, approached him with a steady step. Taehyung clenched his fist nervously, his heart beating faster. Taehyung POV. I looked at Yoongi with a confused face as he stood in front of me. "Yoongi, we've been friends since we were young. We even became partners in our business." His voice was soft but filled with something I couldn't understand yet. "Yoongi, we've been brought so much together." I just looked at him, still unsure of what he was trying to say. "Yoongi, but we have never come. Let's go of each other's hand." He gently took my right hand into his, making me look down at our hands. My heart started beating faster. "Yoongi, so from today onward, I want to take another step forward in our relationship." People around us started whispering and mumbling. I quickly looked at Jungkook. He stood still, frozen, his face unwavered. "Yoongi, so Taehyung." He slowly bent down one knee. Everyone gasped loudly. I frowned, confused by his action. "Taehyung, what are you doing? Is your knee hurting?" I asked, totally worried, but he chuckled softly and took something out of his pocket. It was a small red box. I felt my chest tighten. He opened the box, and there it was, a beautiful ring. "Yoongi, marry me, Taehyung." My breath stopped. My eyes grew wide, and as I looked at it, Yoongi saw the crowd. "Say yes, say yes, say yes." Everyone started cheering and chanting. I looked at Jungkook again. His eyes were on mine. I could see the pain in them. Jungkook baby, my whole world paused the moment I saw Yoongi Kinal in front of Tae with a ring in his hand. People were chatting, but I couldn't hear anything clearly. My ears were ringing. Feet hold onto my arms, but I couldn't stay there. I pressed my drink to Hobie Jungkook here. I mumbled Hobie Jungkook. He called, but I didn't stop. I walked out of the room with a heavy heart. I went straight to my bike, put on my helmet and stood my head, and the pain was so much. I started the engine and drove away as fast as I could. Tehang Pyobi, I watched Jungkook leave the room. My heart dropped. Yoongi, please marry me. Tehang, his voice pulled me back. I turned to look at him and shook my head. I pulled my hand away from his hold. He looked confused. I couldn't let Jungkook leave like that. I turned to run after him, but Yoongi grabbed my waist. Yoongi, Tehang. He looked worried. Tehang, I gotta go, I said in a cold tone, and please pulled my hand away from his grip. I stormed out of the room. People whispered again, but I didn't care. Tehong Jungkook shouted as I ran outside. I saw him getting on his bike. Tehong Jungkook. I ran fast, but he had already started driving away. I started running my finger through my hair in frustration. Youngie, Tehong. I turned around to face him. I folded my arm, angry but hurt. Tehong, what did you do that, huh? I asked, trying to stay calm. Youngie, look. I know you are upset, he said quietly. I laughed a little, but there was no joy in it. Tehong, yes, I'm upset. You know, I hate this kind of things. I looked into his eyes. Tehong, I told you I'm not ready to get married yet. I need time, Youngie. I felt my voice shake. Youngie, I'm sorry, okay? I just wanted you to know that I can always wait for you, he says gently. I looked at him. But after what you did, it doesn't feel like you could wait, I said sadly before walking towards my car. I got in and left him standing there. Tehang POV, I sat on the bench outside my house looking up at the sky. My heart felt heavy. I looked down at my bracelet on my bed, touching it gently. My phone started ringing. I saw the name and sign decline the call. Tehang, that's rude of you to decline my call. I quickly looked up. There he was. He stood there looking sad, a little tired. I slowly stood up as he walked closer to me. Tehong Jungkook, I looked away. I didn't want to cry. Tehong, I'm sorry. His voice was soft. Tehong, I didn't know Youngie would suddenly do that, but I turned him down. I looked at him, saying nothing. Tehong, I turned him down because I love you. He took my hand in his gently. Tehong, you are the only one I love. You love and need in my life, not Youngie. His word melted my heart slowly. Then please trust me, please. I love you a lot. I sighed deeply. Jungkook, then what about Youngie? Don't you think he will be sad that you are rejected his proposal? I asked. Tehong, he will be, but I don't love him. I will tell him that we are together. I'll do anything to make sure we stay together, he said with strong eyes. Strange eyes. Tehong, as long as you know that I love you, I can face anything. I smiled a little. Tehong, please forgive me. He looked at me with hope. I slowly nodded. Jungkook, I forgive you. I whispered. His His little love, he pulled me into a tight hug. I gently ran my finger his hair and kissed his neck. I was so scared you wouldn't talk to me after what happened. He said, holding me tighter. Jungkook, I was scared too. I scared I was going to lose you. I said softly. He pulled away, holding my face. You won't lose me. I always yours, remember, and you are mine. He made the decision to be together. We can't get up. I smiled and he gently. Then I pulled him closer again, resting my chin on his head. I love you, Jungkook. Remember, I love you too. I replied his cheeks. I gently lifted his chin and placed her on his back, holding myself tightly. Mom, Jungkook, do you want to? We quickly pulled apart and turned to see Mom standing at the door. Then cleared his throat and stepped back, and I rubbed my neck, embarrassed. Mom, did I come at the wrong time? She asked with a small smile. Jungkook, no, Mom, we were just talking, I said. She nodded kindly. Mom, hello there, she greeted. Hello, he waved politely. Mom, I'll go back inside and let you to continue your talk. She smiled and went back inside. We both looked at each other and burst into laughter. He sighed and rubbed his hand, pulling me closer. He wrapped his arms around my neck. Jungkook, let's go back to your house, I said. Then it's our house. He smiled softly, giving him on his. He giggled and hugged me tightly. I held his bed and lifted him off the ground. He laughed as I spun him around. He chuckled before shutting him down. Jungkook lets me grab my stuff real quick. He nodded and let me go of my hand. A smile rocket out of my things, my heart full of love.